You want it cinematic. Cinematic looks good. Hi, it's been a hot minute, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, the chances of me actually editing this and like putting this up on YouTube are like slim to none. So if you're watching this, well, I'd like you to congratulate me on actually completing a task, because lately, heaven help us, okay? So good. Okay, so where have I been? And by the way, this is gonna be like attempt 7 at trying to film this. I've got so much footage on my phone and I just can't. So we're just doing it, okay? So I've been taking a huge break. Obviously, I've not been around like on my social platforms. I've been around like here and there with almost no consistency, and for so many reasons. Like if you guys have been living under a rock and you don't know what's going on with Instagram right now, oh God, Instagram. You're just so determined to destroy yourself. Actually, all of Meta, let's just be honest, all of Meta is just like, what are you people even doing? Like, what's the thinking? What's happening? I don't know. AI is taking over the world. I'm waiting for the Terminators to start rolling off the production assembly line. Like, I'm waiting for it. The end of the world is freaking nigh, okay, people? So so like, it's just been too depressing to want to be posting anywhere and to have like my likeness used in things or my artwork used in things, because it's not just the artists, it's everybody. It's like, you've got pictures of your kids up on Instagram, like, be concerned, okay? Be concerned. It's just taking from everywhere. And totally an aside, I actually had like a full-on conversation with the AI. Like, you can message this thing and be like, how do you feel about the situation? And the AI thinks it's unfair. So I'm gonna tell you, Meta, I can send you the screen grabs, okay? But like, if your AI feels like there might be some like ethical concerns here, maybe take that as a cue to, okay? All right, we're gonna stick a pin in that because that's not what this video is about. So what happened? Well, I had a mental breakdown, and I'm not being funny. I mean, like, I had a mental breakdown. Like, I pretty much ceased to function. 2 tales that I was really excited for came back with errors, and they weren't even big errors. Like, I probably could have been to the clients like, hey, like, is this gonna be like a thing? And they probably would have been like, yeah, okay, give me like a discount. I don't put out products that are like that. I can't do it. I can't cope. And then it also just infuriates me because they're little things that like I would have noticed, but then somebody else didn't notice. And I know that that's a whole other kettle of fish, because like my standards are just way too high. And I know that it's just the reality of the business. Things are going to come back, but not for me. Like, my mermaid tails are my artwork. It needs to be perfect. And you guys wonder why I get burnt out and have so many issues, is because that's my standard. Like, okay. So I also had hit the kind of danger red zone end game of autistic burnout, which was good. And I am anyways having a whole like ton of struggle. I'm having a big struggle, in case that wasn't obvious. With this whole like coming out on the internet and like you guys looking up to me, when in reality I am an absolute sniveling mess over here, and like my life has not been perfect. I am going to tell you straight up, I think I want to do a video about it, talking about the sort of ramifications of posting something like that on the internet, and then also like coming out to friends and family and how that has impacted my existence. And while some friends and family have been fantastic, others not so much. And the general public, definitely not so much. I don't know where the balance, sorry, that became full contact filming for a second there. I just swatted the camera. But I don't know how to find the balance. this is like very much, we're getting there now, like months later, but it's very much like a work in progress, okay? And also, I'm not gonna be switching up. If you don't wanna listen to this and you can't hold the attention, it's fine. This is more just for the people who care. I can't keep like, I'm gonna sit over there for 5 minutes, I'm gonna sit over here for 5 minutes, I'm gonna sit over here, because we all have the attention span of a gnat. I just can't anymore. The video just needs to get done. This needs to get posted. We need to start moving forward here, my dudes. I don't even like social media, running an online like, you know? Okay, so what have I been up to? That's next one. I literally have a whole point. There's like a 5-point presentation. Okay, so what have I been up to? Well, I've been working really hard on myself. It may not look that way, but I have been working really hard on myself to establish boundaries, to enforce said boundaries, to find peace within myself and try and figure out what being a late diagnosed autistic person in a world where people just don't give a shit. Let's just be really, this is blunt, we are being blunt. You may not have this experience, and I'm beyond happy for you if you find a lot of peace and a lot of assistance and a lot of care and kindness and patience. I don't. I really don't. It is ruining relationships left and right. I've got a handful of people who get it and who are willing to just let me be me. And I decided, this was a whole conversation I actually had with another autistic friend of mine. You know who you are, and I hope you know how much you are appreciated and how much you are loved, because good God, I don't know what I'd do without this person. I really don't, because they just get it. I can come to them and be like, so this is what I'm experiencing right now and it sucks. Like, what do you think? And we just kind of talked about it because it's just the truth. Nobody, and I asterisk it because it's not true. Like, I've got endless support from certain people in my life, and then certain other people in my life who think they have it figured out with me really don't, and I don't know how to explain it to you guys. You may even be watching this and thinking to yourself, oh, that's not me, like, and it might be, but I don't feel safe going off about it, you know? Like, it's just, my needs are human needs, and I don't feel like I want to. This is like a really like a hot take, so I do not, if you feel differently about this, please know I support you. I don't feel like I need to shove it in people's faces anymore. My needs are my needs. If you don't want to meet my needs, you don't want to help me meet my needs, then you can just go. Like, we do not need to make this a big effing thing, but truly, guys, oh my God. I don't know. I really do think a video, if you want to see me make a video talking about the actual, like, the reality, the hard truths about deciding to be like open about your autism, maybe let me know in the comment section. That'll be a rough one. And I will probably get pretty like in detail. I just don't want to I don't want to discourage you from being open and honest with the people in your life. In your lives. I just want you to know that there are some dangers and there are some risks, and you do need to be careful. You do, like, this trust goes both ways, and I feel like there are times where, because we take things more literally, we feel like we need to put everything, like the oversharing can sometimes be real, and I really am learning to practice this. This is for me. You have to earn it. It's not just for you. Like, I'm 37. I don't really care anymore. It's just, okay, so there you go. And then, then, like, financial shit just, like, hit the fan, okay? The truck died. My car died. I had to have dental work done. I had to have eye stuff. I got new glasses. Did you even notice? You're sure you didn't notice. Whatever. Look how pretty they are. Aren't they gorgeous? I have to get them adjusted today, actually, because for some reason, everything is clear, but everything is double. I don't know what that is. Like, I can see each individual leaf on that tree outside twice. I don't know. So I was trying to explain this to them, and I hope that they can fix it for me. But yeah, that's a whole other kettle of fish. I also got a new necklace. Don't know how many of you noticed. I wanted to find one that was actually solid sterling silver so I could actually wear it. So I did that. I'm going to link this below. I'm still testing it, right? Like, I'm still making sure I'm totally satisfied. I really love shining it because it feels really good to shine. So H2O necklace. I'll link it below. I'm still testing it. I've had it for about 2 weeks now. And I had planned on taking this break. I'd even posted about it on social media being like, I'm going to be away. Ha 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 ha. Psych. I need to be making money. I can't just disappear, because financial shit's just coming at me from everywhere. So how are you ever supposed to recover from burnout if you can't actually take a break? Like, a real break! How are people doing it? I don't even know. It's insane. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. No, I can't take a break. So I have to come back, and I'm trying to now find any kind of a balance to keep myself, like, sane while I'm doing all of this, and trying to still make money so that I can pay for the things that need to get paid for, because like shit just keeps happening. We've got like special assessments with the place we live in. All of this stuff just comes up. Like, we had the washer and dryer died on us, so we had to replace those. When I tell you March was like, and then April, I'm like, so expensive. Oh no, was it March, April, May? Actually, it's been like the last 3 months. I don't even know we're in June. Okay. So I've made some other changes. I have updated my website. If you haven't been to see my website, I don't really direct you guys there because it's more meant to be like a landing platform. If you find me online, it kind of directs you to my website, and from my website, you can find out all of the good things. My website has been updated so that it actually has like all of my tails that I've ever made. Okay, well, all the ones I've got photos for. Here's my tip to you if you're thinking of starting a tail making business, because I know a lot of you follow me for that and email me and ask me questions. If you do start a tail making business, photograph your work. You're gonna hate yourself later like I do, knowing that there was like one tail in particular that I made for Biosa, and I have no finished photos of this thing. How? I mean, like, I was eager to get it to her, and I just didn't take photos. So I finally got to see her swim in it, actually, at Mermaid Zelda's event, Mer for a Cure. It was kind of like a pool party kind of a thing with lots of Mers there, and I finally got to see it in person, and yes, I'm very proud of that thing, and I got tons of pictures, so thank God for that. But like, what was I thinking? Take photos, people! Okay, document your work. So all that's updated. So I actually have like a legitimate portfolio page now on my website, which I'm pretty pleased with. And then I also have, look, here it is. Here it is. You're all still copying me anyways. Not you. You, whoever you are that keeps stealing my stuff. You're still stealing my stuff. You're either following me on Patreon just to steal my things. I don't know. I don't know how people are doing this, but nothing seems to be safe. So, yeah. Artwork's not getting posted to Instagram for obvious reasons, but I will be sharing and have been sharing, if you've seen it, concept art and final tail designs on my website. So will I regret this? Probably. Is everything so beyond heavily watermarked? Yes. And also, excuse me. Was that a hiccup? Was that a burp? I don't know. Very small resolution. So that's going to be the other thing. On my shop, you guys may have noticed that the quality of the images is not great. This is on purpose. So there's a company on Amazon. I should not be directing you there because whatever. But if you were going to buy from Amazon, you were never going to buy from me to begin with. So it doesn't really matter. An awful company who is just taking my tops off of my website and like copying them onto for really crappy quality, really awful. The reviews on them are terrible, but they're doing this. And no matter how many times I report them to Amazon, they keep doing it. Like, stop, please, please. So I've decided that anything that I post now is going to be 75% the size at 80% the quality. So the actual images on the tops are high resolution. Like when you see the tops in person, high resolution, but the example images, and they're all watermarked now, except for the old designs, which I still need to go and do, but alas, there's only so many hours in the day, okay? Like, listen, I'm doing the best that I can here. And also, I had so many complaints about me taking the old Shalusion tops out of the shop, so they're back up there. Gen 1 is all back up there. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to bring back bottoms of any kind, and as of right now, my sole focus is the Shalusion top. So those of you asking about leggings and things, it's just every company under the sun does the leggings and does like shorts and whatever. So I wanted to stick to something that was unique to me, although it's not as unique to me now because there are other companies that have started coming out with similar tops. So that's neither here nor there, whatever. So fine. And, but I wanted to kind of focus on like my efforts on that and come up with a really, really like high quality, like the details on them. I actually like rephotographed the shells. I actually in real life decorated one of the shells with pearls and the other shell with the gems so that I could actually get them like in perspective, correct perspective on the shells, so that I could have them on there so they look so good now. I've photographed a bunch of new details and like dangles and all kinds of things to really take these tops to the next level. So yeah, if you're curious about my Shalusion collections, there's going to be a link. You'll find it somewhere under this video. I don't know. You're resourceful. I believe in you. Somebody will ask anyways, but it's down there, I swear. So that's where I've been putting like all my effort and all my time has been kind of going into just that kind of stuff, like trying in pieces. I'm limiting myself like 2 to 4 hours of work a day, which I know does not sound like a lot, but when you are barely a functioning person, that is a lot. And it's the only way that I can figure to take breaks when I need to. And I'm working on custom orders right now, mermaid tail designs and full like mermaid tails, custom mermaid tails. You guys ask a lot where my mermaid tails are and how can I buy them and how are people getting them, because people are getting them. It's just through the Patreon pod, and it's very limited. There is a queue, ongoing queue, where I have the people that I'm working on. These members are able to see what other things I'm working on in kind of, I wouldn't say like real time. It's as I update. So each update, they'll be able to see when it was last update and see what updated and see what else is in there. So yeah, so that's been good. That queue has been very helpful for like keeping me on track and keeping everybody updated. Like that's how I've been trying to manage my burnout. I take lots of walks. I take lots of naps. So many naps. I am constantly sleeping. I just need a rest. I just need to rest and to recover. Okay, so I'd also like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the newest member of our family. I think I may have mentioned him on the channel or shown him to you. I'm not sure. But this is Gru. He's a Chinese crested. He's a little sleepy. I just woke him up from a nap, so he's a little bit like, you know what, Mom? I'm tired, Mom. Look how big his ears are. Is he not the cutest? Okay, so yeah, his name is Gru, like Gru from Despicable Me. Yes, I am one of his minions, right? He's just a baby. He's about 6 months old, aren't you? You're just over 6 months when I'm filming this. Why are you so cute? So he is, obviously, you can tell he's quite a bit bigger than Alfie. Quite a bit bigger than Alfie. Alfie was about 13 inches from the back of his neck to the tip of his, like, to the end of his bum before his tail. And Gru is about 16, just under 16 inches. So he's a big boy. He's all legs. He's all legs. I'm telling you, all legs and all ears. I never really went into what happened with Alfie. It was really traumatic and really upsetting, and I have a really hard time talking about it. So if you didn't know, I had posted about it, but Alfie did pass away last September, and Gru came into our lives this February. Could you be cuter? Could you? And yeah, for those of you who are like, oh, aren't Chinese cresteds usually bald? Yeah, they are. So he's a powder puff, but I keep his hair short. So usually you'll see the powder puff variety have the long hair, but I keep it short because that's the maintenance on that, man. Like, oh Lord. So he is from a breeder. I know that some of you are going to have feelings and opinions about that. I'm going to ask that you respectfully keep those to yourself. We did a lot of research. Alfie was a rescue, and what on earth was that? Something knocked behind me. That was really scary. Alfie was a rescue, and so Gru is from a breeder. We did a lot of research. I found a breeder that cares very much about their dogs. I had to sign a whopper of a contract. Yes. We'll be very respectful of, and he was the only puff boy, so he was the one that we had really hoped for in the universe, and it kind of felt like the universe was like, okay. It felt almost like Alfie sent him to us. He's been such a wonderful dog. This breed basically is like the perfect breed for me. So that was the decision that we made, and he already does things to help me, like even autistically speaking. Is that a word? We're gonna make that a word, okay? He does the deep pressure therapy for me, which he just does on his own. I had a really bad meltdown the other day, and I was also just not feeling very well just generally that day. And without being asked, he just came over, which he hadn't really done before. Like, he doesn't really do it if I'm feeling like up and good. And he came over and he just laid on me. He wouldn't move. He was just, I'm staying here. I've got you, mama. And I'm like, you're a baby. How are you doing this? He also picks up on when I'm having issues, and he nose boops me. Like, they teach dogs to do this, and he just does it. He'll be like, oh, you seem like you're a little stressed. Nose boop, nose boop, nose boop. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm so pleased with him. I'm so pleased with him. Like the other day, are you gonna go on my desk? You gonna go for a wander? You sit in your beddy. Come on. So the other day I had a meltdown in the hallway, and I was also feeling really faint. And instead of like running away or trying to play with me or anything, he just sat and leaned against me. He tried to lick my face a little bit to be like, yo, what's up? And then he just sat with me. Good man. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so that was Gru. I hope that you enjoyed meeting him. I figured I better show you him before too much more time passes and he just grows up and nobody knows. But anyway, I haven't felt like making YouTube videos. I've tried. God knows that I've tried. I really have. I've really, really wanted to, but I just don't want to. Does that make sense? I just feel like I'm not the same person that I was when I started this YouTube channel. I'm not even close. And I feel so tired and so broken 90% of the time that I just don't feel like the world wants or needs to see that. But I also feel like you do need to see that because people should know, like that video has hundreds of thousands of views on it now, my autism like assessment video. And I feel like you guys should know that there were definitely consequences. And I'm not going to take it down, but there were consequences, and there have been ongoing consequences for me in my life. Things that I didn't expect from people I didn't expect, both good and bad. And I don't know how to get back to, and I don't think there is going back to who I was before all of this. I think we can only move forward, but I don't know how. I don't know how to continue on YouTube making content and posting and doing anything mermaid related or like in my studio. I feel mad a lot of the time. I feel tired a lot of the time, and I don't know how to move forward. And I know that's just burnout talking, right? Like, I still love everything that I do, and I'm still doing it. You guys just aren't seeing it. Like, I'm still sewing tails and making videos for the Patreon pod at least. And I'm still putting all the effort into the shop and all of the things. Just not the same as it used to be. And I don't really know. I don't really know what to do. I mean, like, I don't feel connected to the community anymore, the mermaid community. I feel like you guys have all kind of moved on without me. Not in a bad way. Please don't take that and no, not in a bad way. Just in a way that I don't know how to be there for you guys anymore. Like, I don't feel like Courtney Mermaid anymore. You know, like, even when I went to that event, Mermaid Zelda's event, Mer for a Cure, I don't know how to explain it. I lasted in my tail, like, I don't know, like 20 minutes maybe. And I had my wig and everything. And then I just ripped it all off. Traumatized somebody in the process. But yeah, they're like, I thought that was your real hair. I'm like, yes, well, my hair used to look like that till I shaved my head. There just isn't going back though. Believe me, I've tried. I'm also not, like, I'm still young, but I'm not young like I was when I started the channel, you know? Like, you guys have grown up with me, but I'm 37, you know? I look very different. I'm also, like, you know, you start to look your age a little bit, right? And I don't feel like comfortable putting myself out there the way that I used to, you know? I don't know. I'm so afraid of the hate that comes with that. Like, I'll tell you, I mean, I know I'm not like a toothpick anymore, and I used to be a lot thinner, and I've definitely gained weight, and I've got a tummy now. And so I post videos of me and my mermaid tail, and people call me fat and make fun of me of what I look like when I jiggle or I've got rolls or whatever. Human. If I wasn't supposed to look like this, I wouldn't exist. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be logical there for a second. And I have no problem with my body. The internet seems to sometimes though. And, you know, and I just don't know. I just want to make mermaid tails, and I want to make the art, and I want to make magic for like other mermaids. I don't necessarily know that I still want to do it like from my perspective. I don't know. My husband actually said something kind of interesting to me, and we were just kind of talking, right? This is turning into such like a rambling video. If you're even still watching this, like, congratulations. I would give you like a trophy or a Timmy's and a donut. I don't know, like, that's just incredible. But he said to me that like fashion designers, or like the designers, aren't the ones, or not always the ones, almost never the ones on the runway. And it kind of got me thinking that like, it's kind of weird that not weird, but it's interesting that I try so hard to do both, where I try so hard to look a certain way, to be a certain kind of person. Like, I make the tails, and then I model the tails, and like, I am not physically able to, because something else that happened recently is I did get diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So that was a year in the making. Love that for me. And my pain levels lately are so bad that, I mean, there's some things that I just can't do anymore. And that's anyways a really hard pill to swallow. And I also want no additional comments on my health, please, in the comment section down below. Good or bad, I will delete them. I don't need them. I don't want to hear them. I have health related OCD, and I will fly off the handle with thoughts or you guys trying to diagnose me or whatever. So I just want to put that out there, because that's a boundary that I have. So please, thank you. So trying to like manage all of this crap has been a little bit much, and I don't really know whether I'm coming or going most days. I still want to be here. I just don't know how to be here for you guys. Nobody wants to sit and watch. I bet you this video doesn't even break 1,000 views. Nobody wants to sit and watch like what I've filmed for like 34 minutes now, as I have no idea how long this video will be, but nobody wants to sit and listen to that, right? So like, what am I doing? I don't know. What do you want me to do? What do you want from me? I mean, that not like what do you want from me, but I'm like, what would you guys want from me? Do you want just more talking head videos where I talk about my life and like how things are going, and maybe like overlay some shit on the screen? I don't know. Don't know if you've been able to hear it, But throughout this whole video, there's been like stuff going on. And sometimes like it hasn't been that loud right now, but like earlier today, it's all I could hear. I was losing it. Like I'm just like, stop, please. Got my headphones on and I can still hear it. So it's just kind of hopeless. And then it's summer. And then there's like kids and people and cars and campers, and we're not that far from the park, and it's always noisy. So then I have that anxiety when I'm trying to film for you guys. So God, this just sounds like such an oh woe is Courtney. But if it's not easy to some extent, and it's not just enjoyable to some extent, then why do it at all, right? Anyway, okay, so that's the thing. I am trying to find balance right now, and it's not going as smoothly as I'd like, okay? I am trying, but it's not great. I would like to be more present on my YouTube channel. I would like to share more videos, but I don't know, really who my audience is anymore and what you guys actually want from me, because I feel like now we've kind of hit a branch. So I have like, but there's kind of in the middle, there's like the MERS who watch my stuff, then there's like the Autistics who watch my stuff, then there's like the MERS who are autistic who watch my stuff, and then there's just all the haters just like surrounding us. Because if one more ignorant person is like, oh, you're not autistic, like good for you. You know what? Actually, good for you. If you don't think I'm autistic, I'm so happy for you. I hope that you have a wonderful life. I really do. I wish you all the very best. Nothing but good things. I'm not being sarcastic. Please don't ever comment on my stuff again, and just go about your business. Like, I'm not hurting you. Okay? I don't know. I feel like you guys have an expectation of me to be transparent, which, I mean, we do of all of our content creators. It's seldom the truth, but I do try. I do want you guys to, you know, to see the reality of my situation, because it's not always pretty. And like I said before, if you do want a video where I talk about the honest to God ramifications and consequences of posting or coming out as autistic online or in any kind of public capacity, let me know. Maybe I'll put something together. We'll see. And if you're looking for more autism related content, I'm sure there's going to be a playlist linked in the cards or under this video or wherever. I've got some resources for you guys to check out. There's lots of mermaid content on my channel as well if you are looking for that. Tales and everything in my community are over on Patreon. Again, it's very limited. I'm working on, I think, I got two tales that I'm working on currently. I got one more in the queue and then possibly two more after that, but I'm still waiting to hear. So just like, know that if you sign up for Patreon, it does not guarantee you a mermaid tale right away, but it does give you access to my community and behind the scenes. So all that said, check out my website, vancouvermermaid.ca. It's had a nice overhaul, lots of new information up there. If you're looking for tale making ebooks, those are also over on Patreon. So everything moved from, I know, we moved again, right? From Gumroad now to Patreon, but it makes more sense over on Patreon. It's much easier for me to manage over there. So go check those out if you're looking for like any kind of mermaid tale making resources. I've got it all. Even how to sew in hidden zippers, how to design the stuff, the works. It's all up there. I even made a really cool like color palette guide to give you guys inspiration, which I thought was so fun, and I actually use it quite often. So that's up there as well. And otherwise, I want to thank those of you who have stuck around, who are still watching my content, still commenting, and still showing your support. It really does make the difference, and really does, like, it really does help more than you know, So thank you. I love you. There's a husband on the floor waiting to come in, so I'm gonna fly. Like, subscribe, you know the drill. I love you all, my fishes, and I look forward to catching you all again in the next video. Happy swimming. Bye.